Is your engine shaking like a leaf and losing power just when you need to merge onto a busy American highway? This frustrating situation is often caused by the diagnostic trouble code P0357, which indicates a malfunction in the ignition coil number 7 primary or secondary circuit. In modern vehicles, we use a coil-on-plug system, which means each individual cylinder has its own dedicated coil sitting directly on top of the spark plug to eliminate the need for old-fashioned spark plug wires. Each coil has 2 wires connected to it, where one is a constant battery feed often coming from the power distribution center, and the other is a dedicated driver circuit managed by the powertrain control module. The powertrain control module acts as the brain of the operation by grounding and ungrounding this circuit to fire the coil at precisely the right millisecond. When the computer detects an open circuit or a short in the driver line for that specific 7th cylinder, it sets this code and might even shut down the fuel injector for that cylinder to prevent unburnt fuel from destroying your expensive catalytic converter. You will definitely notice the malfunction indicator lamp shining on your dashboard, and your engine will likely have a noticeable misfire that feels like a constant stumble. Potential causes range from a simple loose connection or a broken locking tab on the connector to a completely failed ignition coil or even a damaged driver inside the powertrain control module. To start troubleshooting, you should perform a wiggle test on the wiring harness while the engine is running to see if the misfire changes, which would point to a physical wire break. If the misfire is constant, you can swap the number 7 coil with the number 6 coil to see if the misfire follows the part, which confirms the coil itself is bad. For a more technical check, you can use a digital voltmeter set to the alternating current hertz scale to look for a reading between 5 and 20 hertz while the engine is idling, which proves the computer is sending the trigger signal. If you have the signal but no spark, you should replace the coil immediately. However, if there is no signal, you must check for continuity in the wiring back to the computer and look for any shorts to ground. If the wiring is perfect, but the signal is missing, then the ignition coil driver inside the computer itself might be fried, often caused by a previous shorted coil. It is always a good idea to consult a professional technician if you suspect a computer failure, as these parts require specific programming for your vehicle. Keeping your engine bay clean and ensuring your wiring is not chafing against the engine block will help prevent these electrical headaches from returning.